Sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins. Jason Carr Live starts now.
It was rather restrained and thoughtful in tone and tenor.
Thank you.
Yesterday, you were like a game show announcer on fire.
I'm practicing. It's my dream career.
Speaking of fire, firefighters fight them, and when they're not doing that, they're in the rescue business. In this case, a toddler who locked himself inside Mum's car on Friday. This is in Cornwall, England. There you see the little one laughing behind the wheel of the family truckster, Mom's keys and her bags of groceries in the back. Locked in. He locked himself in with the automatic lock, and then they were worried because they saw a 2-pence coin in his mouth. So they were like, oh boy, we got to get to this kid fast. So they had to bash out the back window to get him out.
It looks like he's enjoying it, though.
You're taking it full? This is later?
This is later. This was afterwards, yeah.
It's so cool that they were able to get him out. The Booty Community Fire Station. They started with hand tools and decided to go fully bash out the window to get him out quickly. An organization against bullfighting released a video that places the bulls or replaces the bulls with velociraptors in an effort to ban bullfighting in France, equating the practice to another age. All right.
Yeah, kind of neat. It's really well animated. I mean, it's a really gory thing to see in person.
Do you think this practice belongs in another age? You've been to a bullfight.
Yes. Yeah, I went to a bullfight. I mean, when you go, they bring out like 6 bulls throughout the course of 2 hours. And the very first one you see, it's really hard to watch. But after you've seen 3 bulls get killed, you kind of get desensitized to it, and you start appreciating it, I guess, a little bit more. But it's still really difficult to watch.
Can you go back to that shot?
Which one?
The shot of you guys.
Oh, yep.
When you don't change the banner, that makes me look like I have reversed aged. Mm-hmm. There's Brian back there. A Facebook page called Vincent's 100 Days of Magic shows magic videos in which a man shows off his skills each day. This video is from day 84. It's some creepy stuff.
He's really good at it.
He is really good at the sleight of hand. How long do you think it took him to practice this?
84 days. This is day 84 of his magic campaign. This was day 1. I went back and looked, and it was still pretty impressive.
Well, and he has the digitary dexterity required to pull off this.
Mm-hmm. Could have been a surgeon, but he became an illusionist.
Kim says, Ferdinand the Bull is one of my favorite kid stories. Morning, Buffy, Tammy, Gloria, Sean, Christy, Pam, Jan. Jan called that kid in England a little brat. Meet the newest additions to SeaWorld Australia, twin polar bear cubs. They released footage of the new bears feeding inside their den. The cubs were born April 26th and have yet to be named.
They're so tiny.
And they will grow into killers.
Into godless eating machines.
Christy Love is here. Christy Love.
Christy Love.
Christy Love. Hey, Christy Love, what's going on? She say, hey, Jason. Kelly Harrington Summers. And this week's special guest star on Love Boat is Kelly Harrington Summers. Mm-hmm. She plays Captain Steubing's love interest. Doesn't that sound like a Hollywood name?
It's a perfect Hollywood name.
Kelly Harrington Summers. After receiving a report of a cat in a tree holding an assault rifle, the Newport, Oregon Police Department attended the scene, and after ascertaining that the gun was actually a stick, they issued a verbal warning to the offending cat, but I guess declined to go up to the tree, into the tree and get him, as a firefighter might. I mean, seriously, folks.
Yeah, they posted on Facebook saying, reports of an armed cat this morning were unfounded. The feline was contacted by our canine and was determined to be in possession of a non-lethal branch.
I have something on my shirt. What do I have on my shirt?
A microphone.
Microphone, perhaps, on my tie. Panda Watch. Now that spring is here and the weather is heating up, bathing has become one of the favorite activities for panda cubs in China. One cub was a little irritated while showering alone because she could not get enough water on her fur. Frustrated, she pulled herself out of the mini bathing pool and ambled off. And there you have it.
And there you have it. It's very rich and compelling. I like this where the guy starts splashing him in the eyes and
I mean, seriously, the panda's going to get PO'd here in a second. You want to splash me? Kathy Generalovic is here. Where's this?
Yep.
96 and Schaefer.
That accident that we've been covering, there was a guy that was wanted for firing shots at a home occupied. Nobody was hit. He shot and got in the house. Nobody's hit. He takes off.
And then gets in an accident at 96 and Schaefer.
Innocent person's dead.
Wow. I'll be updating that on Local 4 News at noon. Driver of the car that wrecked at 96 and Schaefer, killing somebody, an innocent person, earlier had been firing shots at an occupied home. And you said occupied, correct? Somebody was inside. Yes, okay. Nobody was hurt. All right. Video from the Stan Winston School of Character Art shows off a terrifying prosthetic mask of a little girl. The school specializes in movie effects and is best known for their work in the Terminator, Jurassic Park, Alien, and Predator franchises. This is a mask?
That's a mask.
Ew.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie Orphan?
No.
Yeah.
Brian?
Yeah.
Creepy, right?
Very, very creepy.
How did you see Orphan?
How did I?
That's been like 10 years ago that was out.
Yeah, it was on TV when I watched it.
A couple adopts a little girl who turns out not to be a little girl after all, and in fact much older.
Yeah, what's her name? Esther.
Esther or something like.
Like it's some like old woman name like that. Like.
Oh, a mature name, like an older name, like
When was it from?
Evelyn. Evelyn or Esther?
I think Esther.
Anybody out
Either
there
way.
see Orphan, a horror movie Orphan? The big reveal at the end. Just about as creepy as this. Esther is correct according to Christy Love. Vivian says creepy. People are creeped out by this.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really convincing though.
Well, apparently he's got a ton of videos. This is just his most recent one, so we'll start looking and following him and see what other types of terrifying things he creates.
Shannon says she can't stop laughing. You guys are hilarious. How about Orphan?
Is this a newer movie?
No, it came out probably 2007, 2008, something like that.
Okay.
If I have my dates correct. Turned out she was a 30-something Russian lady. Posing as a little girl. Oh, that was such a creepy movie. The NGC 7250 galaxy is contained exploding supernovas, but in this photo taken by the Hubble, it's overshadowed by a bright star located in the Lizard constellation, which was only about 1 million times closer to us than NGC 7250. Look at that, right there. There's probably stuff from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 going on behind that.
Yeah, that's where they filmed. They filmed behind that star.
I love stuff like this. Have you seen that one photo that's a composite of like all the galaxies?
No, I
or
don't
all the
think so.
visible galaxies?
Yeah?
Brian, you've seen it?
Yeah.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, I don't remember the details of it, but I've seen it before. It's pretty wild.
It's a composite. Annalisa says the mask is highly disturbing. Kelly Harrington Summers, in your episode with Captain Stubing, are you in Puerto Vallarta or Copacabana? Which one? Taco Bell Naked Chicken Chips. They have unveiled their new foodstuffs, which are basically triangle-shaped chicken nuggets with a side of nacho cheese. They will become available for a limited time starting May 11th, and you can get 6 for $1.99 or 12 for $2.99.
How about that?
What do you think about this right here?
What were the prices? We got 6?
6 for $1.99 or 12 for $2.99.
That's going to be a hard sell. I mean, you go to any of these other fast food places, you're getting, what, 5 for $1, 4 for $1? This is twice the price. There must be some high-quality Taco Bell chicken.
Cracking yourself up, are you?
Yeah.
Denise did her homework. Orphan was released in 2009.
2009.
2009.
I missed that one. We were just talking about a movie over the weekend that I haven't seen. That was Freaks from 1932.
Oh, Todd Browning, the guy that did Dracula.
Yeah,
did Freaks.
I've never seen it, but there's a scene, the famous scene, one of us, and we didn't know what that was from, so we had to look it up. Now I'm very interested in seeing this movie. Yep, that's the story.
And you're sticking to it? Mm-hmm. Revisiting our top story of the rundown, toddler laughs at firefighters. Firefighters in Cornwall, England rescued a 14-month-old from a car he had locked himself in, bless you, on Friday, and he seemed to be delighted by the entire situation. 27-year-old Christy Green left her son Brandon in the back seat of her car to unload her recently purchased groceries into the trunk, but left her car keys in the trunk along with the groceries. Before she could get into her car to pop the trunk and retrieve the keys, he activated the car's lock. She began to panic. Staff from the grocery store called for rescue. Fire station showed up, and they were trying to get at, open the car up with hand tools, and then they noticed that the kid was chewing on a 2-pence coin.
So they just popped a window.
They bashed the back window to get... why are you smiling? Are you amused by this?
No, I was thinking about them bashing the back window. I mean, I guess there was no other way to do it. I don't...
Jay says, can I come photograph you guys while you work? Why?
I don't know.
We have talented photographers here in the building. They walk past us every single day. They don't. Rod Maloney. Is he talking to us? I can't even tell.
It's hard to tell.
Or is he on speakerphone?
Probably on speakerphone.
My nephew goes to Canada and eats Taco Bell taco fries loaded, says Kathleen.
High quality Taco Bell potatoes.
I haven't yet to try that burrito taco thing they got going on there. It's like a taco inside a burrito. Mm-hmm. We need to investigate that.
All right.
Do we have time to make a run for the border?
I don't even know where there's a close McDonald's to where we are. Where's the closest McDonald's? No, I'm sorry, Taco Bell.
Closest McDonald's is over on 75.
Yeah.
close to downtown there.
Closest Burger King's over on Lafayette.
Burger King's just down the street.
But where is there a Taco Bell?
Where's the closest Taco Bell in Detroit?
Viewers,
downtown?
where is the closest Taco Bell to Local 4?
Helen is parked and can see the comments now. Mm-hmm. Is she driving with us?
I guess so. I guess so.
Bowl of bacon for today. What is the secret shame of your record collection or your music collection? Something that you would be ashamed, like if you were entertaining a young lady and you were showing off your creative records or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, what's this?"
I'm not ashamed. I have every album by Neil Diamond.
I was going to say
ever came
Engelbert
out.
Humperdinck, but Neil Diamond?
Oh yeah, huge fan.
What's not to love about Neil Diamond?
Exactly.
How about you, Brian? What's the secret shame of your record collection?
Well,
At age 22.
I don't believe in taking shame in one's musical tastes, but others might judge me for it. There are some Insane Clown Posse tracks that I do enjoy.
ICP?
Yeah, some what else? Macklemore. Macklemore gets some hate, but I own his first album on vinyl.
Thrift Shop?
Special edition.
Wow. Okay. I suppose if I had to point to one particular cassette, it would be Rick Astley's sophomore effort from 1989. Not his first tape, his second one with the minor hit "She Wants to Dance with Me." I actually own that on cassette.
Now Jim Felton's saying Nickelback. That, yeah.
Olivia Howell says Tennessee Ernie Ford. Where's everybody watching from? Let's get some new commenters going on here. Where's our guy from Nepal? Neil Diamond, that's the best you can do? There's nothing shameful about Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
You don't have anything like Lou Bega, like Mambo No. 5, or
On an album?
Smash Mouth? Do you have any Smash Mouth?
On an album? Like
Well, not
I guess
album, I'm
we're
being-
talking records. I mean,
Music.
Yeah.
Any format.
Embarrassed to admit to.
any format. What do I like? Yeah, nothing that's shameful. Yeah, I'll gladly say, like, yeah, the Backstreet Boys. I was in 5th grade. There was some
Okay, now
great
we're getting
hits.
somewhere. You have
Yeah.
a Backstreet Boys
Sure.
CD.
No, I guess I didn't have a CD. See, I grew up in a generation where we didn't like buy CDs. We just stole it. You know, we just took it
From
the internet.
Napster, in other words. You have a Napster download of Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
That's what I was getting at. I was saying, I mean, it's not really shameful if you admit it, right? Mm-hmm. Because you're kind of humble bragging then that you've got this horrible example of modern music in your collection. I wonder what would be in Rod Maloney's music collection that he'd be embarrassed to admit. Hey, Rod, is there anything in your music collection that you'd be embarrassed to admit is part of your, it's like a secret shame, like something. Exactly what I just said. But mock embarrassed, like other people might tease you. What is it? You just tell me and I'll tell him. All right. Sentimentalist Rod Maloney, age not determined, has a Miley Cyrus album. Kathleen says Freddie Fender. Are we getting anywhere toward the Bobby Sherman, Sean Cassidy, Leif Garrett? You probably don't remember any of those, do you?
No. Oh, yeah.
My sister-in-law played this at their wedding. I was their I did a montage for their rehearsal dinner.
Okay.
It was this.
This was the song?
Listen to this fat bass coming in right here. Now, come on. That's no secret shame.
Well, I mean, I get a little heat from it in my generation. I don't know what it is about Neil Diamond that people...
You ever heard that song?
Oh.
Maybe.
Forever in blue jeans.
I'm sure I've heard it before.
Tammy Coleman says Sean Cassidy was her first concert.
That song is such a jam. Buffy O'Keeffe has the That Thing You Do soundtrack. The Wonders.
That's a good one.
You doing that thing you do. From 96? Is that even possible? Or 97? That movie's 20 years old.
Yeah, it sounds okay.
Tom Hanks, kind of a small role as the record producer, assembles the
Liv
band.
Tyler, yeah.
Oh, Liv Tyler was in that. Meg wants to know, is this show sponsored by a local dispensary? No, but it probably should be. It's sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm, right there. Mike Morris Law Firm. Should you run afoul of any dispensary rules or regulations,
There's someone to contact.
you might have a need for an attorney. Mike Morris would be your guy to call. I don't know if he'd take that case or not. But we'll see. Andy Gibb admits Lynn Jasper. Bobby Sherman for Sue. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees for Lisa Langford. Rob has an In Vogue CD. Never gonna give it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Woo, 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 woo! Ashley online says you just lost your cool points with Miley Cyrus. Rod says that it has to do with his daughter being that age and makes him think of his daughter, and he's just a proud dad, that's all. Some of these I don't believe. Tammy has New Kids on the Block. NKOTB. Kelly says Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
What?
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Barry Manilow fan.
Barry Manilow's great.
That's just
Wait, did you just say Barry Manilow's great? How do you know about Barry Manilow?
I know my pop culture. I'm aware.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going to have to explore this because I have a running theory that anybody under 30 doesn't give two hoots about anything that came before yesterday. So
About
maybe you're
what's
the
coming
exception
tomorrow.
to the rule.
Yeah, no. In high school, I was like really into classic rock. I mean, Barry Manilow's not really classic rock, but
No, it's like AM Gold.
yeah. But I'm aware, you know.
We have a whole John. Maybe we should put the microphone on him for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you can if you
Is
start
he
quizzing me
mic'd?
about Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, those guys are.
This
I've
is
got
sort of
encyclopedia of knowledge.
All right, pin that on your shirt. This is Brian, our 22-year-old associate producer here, being trained by John.
Is this on?
it's on.
All right.
Do we have a shot of Brian? All right. So, being your age, you are at an advantage because you can go all the way back to classical music, plus everything that came out in the last 20 to 30 years. So you have a vast swath. See, my musical appreciation, even being a kind of a musicologist, is that I don't enjoy current popular music not nearly as much as I used to. Songs don't grab me the way they used to do. I'd rather just listen to stuff that I already like. Because what's on the radio now, it's mostly dreck. I can't. There's every once in a while a good song comes up, but it's very few and far between for me. You, on the other hand, get to choose from like jazz from the 30s, 40s doo-wop, or 50s doo-wop, 40s big band music, rock and roll from the Elvis Presley era. Then you've got the Beatles and the Beach Boys, and then you get into the 70s, and you got AM Gold and what's called classic rock now, and then you get into the 80s and that whole second British invasion and new wave and and it keeps going all the way up through the present.
Oh, yeah.
So what is your favorite? Do you have any favorite reference points from the 50s or the 60s or the 70s?
Well, my all-time favorite is David Bowie. Like,
What era? All of it?
Station to Station. That's my favorite Bowie album. But, I mean, you got to appreciate all of it because he's done so much stuff and has, I mean, have you heard his latest album, the one that came out last year?
Black Star?
Black Star?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Black Star. It's really incredible.
I haven't heard it, but I'll have to give it a listen. Is there anything that's too old to appreciate, like 50s rock and roll, like Elvis or Chuck Berry, or 40s big band like the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra? What about the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra?
I mean, I never got into Sinatra, Chuck Berry. You know, I listen to some Chuck Berry every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not too much. But Frank Sinatra, I never really got into that.
Take the microphone back from him.
Okay.
He just offended the chairman of the board. Rest in peace. Gone almost 20 years. Next year will be 20 years.
Kim Possible Martin says she was
Could use
rear-ended
Mike
over the
Morris?
weekend. Yeah, she ought to give him a call and let him know we sent you.
Yeah, if you end up calling the Mike Morse Law Firm, the whole point of him sponsoring this, just like how he sponsors Live in the D or Local 4 News on television, you know, if you go in there and you say, how did you come about coming to the law firm or calling us, you say, well, I saw it here.
Jason Carr told me to come.
That's the whole point. I mean, the news, what we know as the news on TV, wouldn't exist without sponsors. Car dealerships, furniture stores, attorneys, you know, that sort of thing. That's just migrated to the interwebs and social media, little by little. Joel says, Buddy Rich, Wayne Newton. I have a Wayne Newton CD.
I have a Wayne Newton album, like the one where he's super young.
Yeah, that's the one
and
I've
he's got
got.
the ring on, the pinky ring.
When we played our charade. Some good band, big bandy type stuff on there. Is he okay? You're all right? Are you okay?
I'm just meditating. I was thinking of the immortal words of Socrates and said, I drank water.
Jason Colthorpe is meditating on an atrium couch, looking like he's waiting for a Greyhound that's never going to come. Judy wants me to sing it. I don't think so. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Is that the one that you have?
Yeah.
Can we see the bullfighting dinosaur one more time, please?
Yeah. Let's pull that.
Uh-oh, Juanita is here. Juanita. Okay, so the context of this ad is that bullfighting is so brutal and inhumane, it may as well be from the prehistoric era.
And I understand that. I mean, like, maybe it's not the type of thing that they should be doing every weekend. You know, maybe it's like a once-a-year thing. Because they do it like all the time, all summer. It's every day, every weekend. Depends on what region of Spain you're in. Apparently, this video was made by a French anti-bullfighting ad company that wanted to get it. I guess they still do some bullfights in the south of France.
And so there's some famous saying, something about there is one who knows, and it is the one who fights the bull or something like that. I'm misquoting it. I'm paraphrasing, but it's the only person who knows what that's like is the person who's in there with the bull.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got to take a lot of courage to actually go out there and do that, but it's pretty horrible.
Timmy wants to see the panda again.
All right. Panda.
Hey, Ian, he's got jury duty tomorrow. So what are we going to do for producing the 9:15ish?
We'll have to figure that
Maybe we'll just cancel it for the day.
Can't do that to people. Brian's ready. Look at him, he's ready to go.
Well, that's a vote of confidence. Buffy, why is Buffy saying no? Oh, because
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What? You could just go to bed early, Buffy. You know, you work overnights, and this is the last thing that you watch before you go to sleep, which I don't know. Maybe we put you to sleep. Joel says, let the kid do it. I guess you're the kid now.
Yeah, 2 days, he's ready. He's good.
Right. What could possibly go wrong?
It'll be the best show. It'll be like
It'd be the type of thing we make memes from.
yeah. It'll be a beautiful train wreck.
No canceling, we forbid it.
Yeah, this is.
Buffy says we calm her after a hard night. Okay. Why would this zookeeper be splashing the panda right in the eye?
Yeah, I don't really understand that part. I think it was more just like having fun. But I like the way he's tired of this water being splashed in his eye, so he's chasing after him, and then he just goes and leaves the habitat. So he didn't get his revenge, but he's plotting it.
What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I guess revenge is a dish best served cold, huh?
He is seriously ticked.
They're ridiculous creatures.
Michelle says it's pandemonium. And Buffy unloads semi-trucks by hand, not with high-lows. Difference between a high-low and a forklift?
I don't know. Yeah. Depends on which part of the country you live in, right? Is that it?
I don't know. Pop or soda? Kim's pretty forceful here. She hates it when she can't watch her 9:15ish. Why? What if we just went away?
What if? What if we were just, the dream of a sea turtle in space?
Speaking of dispensaries, what inspired that thought over there?
Yeah, just that's probably what's happening right now.
All right, I have to go do actual broadcast television. Live in the D starts in 9 minutes on Local 4, so we'll see you on the TV.
Stay classy, Detroit. Jason Carr Live was sponsored by the Mike Morse Law Firm, 855 Mike Wentz.